Welcome to my On the Line show presented by Marathon Sports and the Foster Running Camp. My interviews feature some of Connecticut's best track and field and cross country athletes. And in this episode, I am very excited to welcome the Ridgefield boys 4x800 meter relay team of Aidan Nelson, Trevor Fuller, Magnus Manley, and Charles Lovett, who just finished first at the New England High School Indoor Track and Field Championship. They're looking to improve upon their already impressive performances this season at New Balance Indoor Nationals next week. So anyways, we have a lot to get into in this episode, so let's just jump right in. So just last week, you guys had a back and forth battle against Xavier in the 4x800 meter at New England's. How do you think you performed, and did the race go as planned?
I think that we definitely have like more potential in us. Except for Charlie, we all kind of had had a few mistakes. So hopefully we can just fix those for Thursday and be on top of our game.
Yeah, to add on to that, I think a lot of us, or I guess kind of me, Aiden, and Trevor felt like we made some like tactical errors that, I mean, nothing like horrible or anything, but there are areas where we definitely could have made some better moves or, I don't know, just ran a little smarter. So I think the three of us could have all have honestly decently faster race at New Balance. Uh, Charlie obviously had an outstanding race, but even he, I think, could improve. So we all think that across the board, we have a little bit more that we can do.
Yeah, no, I mean, just the fact that you guys are saying that, I mean, you guys are nearing the state record that you guys set last year. So I'd love to see that be broken again. But I do want to ask a specific question to Charles, obviously, because he took the lead early in that fourth lap and really just drove it home for you guys. So what was your plan given how the race was shaping out to be? And did it change at all from your original game plan?
Well, I think the best plan is to have no plan. So as soon as I took the baton, I just knew I wanted to be in the lead and just push it as hard as I can because the record was definitely on my mind, and I wanted to see how close we could get to the record. So yeah, I just took it out, and throughout the race, I was just trying to maintain my position, and yeah, that's what I did. So definitely just trying to maintain the lead was my whole goal during the race.
No, for sure. And you had a 153 split, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's incredible. And I also want to ask a question to Trevor. So obviously the other guys were on the same relay from last year, and you are the newcomer on the relay. So how have you adapted to becoming a pivotal part of this relay? And how did you prepare for this role coming into the season?
It was definitely like a new way of training and a new way of hitting workouts. Before I was in the 4x8 team, they had their own workouts going on, and I would stay behind a little bit. And now I'm really in there, and I'm hitting their splits. All the workouts are going together, and there were some nerves going into it, being like, "This is the state record holding team. Now I'm on it." Like some built up pressure, but I think I've handled it well, and I'm looking to break it now.
Yeah, no, for sure. And you've done a great job of implementing yourself into this relay. And I also want to, frame this to the other guys as well. So obviously being on the 4x800 relay, that was really great last year as well. How have you really leaned on that experience, and how have you built chemistry over these last years? And, since you guys are seniors, how have you built this experience throughout your 4 years at Ridgefield?
Um, I'd say definitely the past 4 days give a lot of confidence when you're going into these races because, I mean, going into a race wanting to get a New England record or a state record or something, you can think back and be like, I have done this before, so it's not something that like I've never been able to do, and that gives a lot of confidence. And I guess in terms of like building the team chemistry, I mean, we're always like hanging out and just doing our thing every day. So got a lot of good memories with these guys. I mean, We just went to Boston together. We're always hanging out. We just went to Dunkin' right before this interview. So always just hanging out, and yeah.
No, the Dunkin' runs are always elite, especially with the guys on the team. Always elite. That's necessary. So, also, you guys won the state open out of the first heat. I'm curious, what was the plan for that? And I know that Ridgefield has really been known for their tactical type of approach to championship season. So, how did that reflect that, given that you guys were in the first heat rather than the second heat?
But yeah, I know. Well, we knew we were in the slow heat for about like a couple of days out, and so our whole goal was to just push it and see how fast we can go by running by ourselves and seeing like if we can run this time solo, like where can we be if we have competition. So I think the state opens was definitely a good testimony to see where we're at physically and mentally. Um, so yeah, our whole goal is just go as hard as we can and push it.
And also, just how did the lack of competition in that race specifically affect you guys? And how are you able to push harder in the New England meet, given the competition from teams like Brookline and Xavier?
It was definitely weird having to solo the whole 4x8 because the 800 is a real event where you're getting pushed by other people around you, and like you hear the footsteps. That's what makes you want to go faster. So I think running that time at the state open really gave us the confidence to that we can do better at New England's with Xavier, with Brookline in our race. Just knowing that we can compete and do this solo. If we have people around us, we can definitely go way farther, way faster.
Yeah, no, for sure. And you guys have also occupied the same leg during each championship relay. How do you think this has played into your success as a whole relay?
I think that it definitely helped us to like kind of specialize in, each different legs, like different tactics that are needed. So I think if we, rather than like switching up our legs and constantly being in changing environments, just like focusing on improving the smaller areas and like kind of bringing each of our legs to like the maximum extent of our capabilities. Like that's kind of our goal there.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I think we're gonna break from this part of the interview and move on to our sponsor for today's show. So we'll be right back with the Ridgefield team after you take a quick break for this message from our sponsor, Marathon Sports. Welcome back to our chat with the Ridgefield boys 4x800 meter relay team. So, coming off of a cross-country New England championship, how did the momentum that was built from cross-country carry into the indoor season?
I guess, well, we were definitely taking the momentum with us. Like we had a pretty good season, most things considered, and that definitely gave us some confidence. But there were also like NXR, we didn't quite do what we wanted, so that also we carried with us to motivate us because I mean we didn't reach our goal there, but that wasn't our only goal for the whole year. We have other goals, and that kind of just gave us a little more of a push to accomplish some of the other things that we've been looking to do.
Yeah, no, for sure. And also another thing I noticed with you guys was that you guys don't focus on the individual events, opting to focus on the relay and the team more so. So what really shaped that mentality, and how has your relationships with your coach played into that as well?
Well, I think we're also tight together as a team, and we work together as a team. Like we're always holding each other accountable. For like if someone misses a practice, we hold each other accountable for it. And I think just like having a close bond, like we want to put the team above like individual events because we know as a team we're the strongest and that we can push each other further and that we can like I'm not saying like well I'm saying this we can't really get national titles or all Americans as individuals but we can get it as a relay. So I think just putting the hard work and working together really helps us achieve that goal of becoming all American. So.
No, for sure. And you guys are all upperclassmen. So I'm also curious, how have you built a culture that is just so reflective of excellence through your time here at Ridgefield?
I think just the people who came before us, kind of like the founding fathers of the Ridgefield cross country team, they kind of paved the path of just hard work and showing where that hard work gets you. We've had countless athletes go to really good schools for cross country and for track and field, and that really inspired us. And we're hoping that for the freshmen and sophomores that we're running with today, that they get that motivation, they see that, and just try and do better.
No, for sure. And you guys touched upon the team success that you guys have had at nationals in the DMR and the 4x800 as well. So I'm curious, going into nationals this year, what are your goals?
So our goals for the 4x8 is definitely get All-American top 3. We want to break the New England record, and I do believe each and every one of us has about a second within us. So we're hoping around 7:44 for the 800, and then hopefully the next day we can get All-American again in the DMR. But we're gonna have to see how it goes, and see how it goes.
For sure. It should be exciting. And I also have one final question for this part of the interview. It's kind of a deep question. Looking back at when I was making it, it's definitely one that you could take pretty philosophically or deeply. So how have you applied the lessons that you've learned from this relay to your lives?
I mean, I guess it kind of just shows that hard work and focus and just dedication, it all pays off. I mean, I know when I started the sport, I never thought that I would have gotten to the level that I'm at or been able to have teammates who are all performing at such high levels. And I think the outcomes of these races that we've run that have been so great show that when you actually work together and collectively stay focused and dedicated and work really hard, it can actually have like really great results. And that's not just like something that you say, like people can be like, oh, if you work hard, you can achieve this. And sometimes it might sound like people are just saying that. It's not actually true, but I think what we've done over the years shows that it is true.
Oh, for sure. And I love that answer. I think that's really great. But anyways, we are going to cut to the next sponsor for this show. So we'll be right back to our interview with the Ridgefield team after we take a quick break for this message from our other sponsor, the Foss Running Camp.
On the Line with Grant Walters is sponsored by Foss Running Camp, an overnight cross-country camp for middle and high school athletes of all abilities, located in nearby Torrington, Connecticut, August 14th through 19th. Go to fossrunningcamp.com for more information. Foss Running Camp, where champions are built one step at a time.
Welcome back to our chat with the Ridgefield boys 4x800 meter relay team. This part is going to be a fun part because it'll focus on more personal questions and things outside of running. So you guys already mentioned this earlier in the interview about how you guys hang out as a collective whole. But what specifically do you guys like to do in Ridgefield together, and what's your favorite activity?
I mean, the like staple activity is just going for like a good like meal together. I mean, pretty basic, but it's always fun just getting together and just going to like a local deli, or sometimes we go to this diner called Mill Plain Diner. I don't know. It's just fun. We just talk to each other and joke around, and it's always fun. Even we'll bring like the younger guys on the team, like freshmen and sophomores, and it's just good for like kind of building the team. Yeah.
Yeah, nothing hits different like a Connecticut deli, if I'm being honest. I'm being so for real. Like I'm on the West Coast now and it's just it doesn't hit the same, but I think that's awesome. And I'm also curious, do you guys have any unique pre-meet rituals just individually? And if so, what are they?
I mean, I kind of do. Like the night before a race, I mean, I always like to put on my singlet. I don't know if that's unique. I always like to put on my entire uniform and just like visualize the race kind of like the night before. But yeah. What about you? Yeah.
I don't know. I just think about the race and like think about winning. You know? So that's what I think about.
Yeah, that's the recipe for success. I think that's great. And did you guys play any sports prior to running? And if you did, how did they prepare you to be such great runners?
Yeah, I played baseball and basketball before I started running. I actually did cross country to get in shape for basketball. Like that was my main goal of cross country. And then I was just from there, my first meet, the whole team, like the team dynamic and the way the race went, I kind of like I fell out of love with basketball after doing my first cross country meet. I was like, wow, this is nothing like winning a game. This is like you're here with your whole team, you're going through the same thing. And I think basketball did set me up for running in my success. Like I learned a lot of good lessons through it, like traveling all around and getting beat by bigger teams and things like that. It definitely shows you how many levels there are to sports.
No, for sure. And I was about to say, watching your guys race, I was like, man, you are tall. So I'm not I'm not surprised that you did basketball. Were you a
Yeah.
center or?
Yeah, I was a center.
Yeah, no, I can tell. Yeah, I was like, dang, you are tall, man. So, and also just curious, this is kind of a hypothetical question, but and you guys don't have to answer this if you guys really have Ridgefield pride, but if you could go to any other school in the CIAC, which school would it be?
Oh, immaculate. Oh, no.
They're in the CIAC.
No,
I don't know. Oh, yeah, immaculate because Trevor went to immaculate, and I want to see.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would probably just go.
Chick-fil-A.
I would probably go like where I like have the most friends on the team. So probably like Staples or
Maybe like Bolton, like my boy Shepard Livingston from Bolton. Yeah, I'm big into doing there.
I would go. Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome. I mean, seems like you guys have a tight in southwestern corner of Connecticut. It seems like a pretty tight bunch of just teams, in there. That's awesome. And just also curious, who are your favorite celebrities? And just who do you guys look up to in the mainstream media?
It's got to be Yak Vingerbertson. Yeah, I always get compliments that I look like him. So
I can see it. Actually. You guys look very similar. Actually, I didn't even think of that before starting the interview. That's actually a very true statement.
He inspires me to run fast.
LeBron James guy.
I was also gonna say LeBron
James.
Yeah, he's the GOAT.
Or LiAngelo Ball.
Oh yeah, nah, for real. He's becoming inspirational, so that's awesome. And also, what are your dream jobs?
I want to do sports management when I'm older. I think that'll be pretty awesome. And then I also want to do something like Europe, like go around Europe, like managing like sports teams or become like a sporting director. I think that interests me in the future. So.
Cool. Do any you other guys have any dream jobs or?
Probably own a charter boat off of Maine.
Oh,
just be fishing.
Oh, that's awesome.
Dream right there.
Yeah. Wait,
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, do you like to fish in like your free time? Is that like a hobby?
Yeah, I'm a big fisher.
Wait, he caught a shark last summer, right? Like you did.
Yeah, I caught
a shark
too. I caught a shark.
Yeah, they both caught shark.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, what? A shark? Oh my God. You guys must be nice with it then.
It's not like a great white shark or anything.
Well, yeah, no great whites.
Yeah.
Yeah, now me and him caught nothing. It was awful.
No, I caught a shark. Oh, Aidan caught one too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a picture.
No, that's
No shark.
no, that's
Like no shark.
yeah, no shark. Hey, that's awesome though.
I
Wow.
caught a little fish though.
Yeah, big fish. That's basically the same thing, I guess, you know, like you gotta give yourself credit for that. But well, yeah. Anyways, guys, thank you so much again for coming on the interview. It's been really a pleasure talking to all of you. And seriously, wish nothing but the best for you guys as you move on to indoor nationals. And I'm sure you guys are gonna kill it. So I wish you all the best in all seriousness. And thank you again for coming on the show.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Of course. And thanks to all of our fans for joining us. Stay tuned for my next interview. And this is Grant Walters signing off for On the Line. Have a good one, guys.